Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk about generating the feeling of the wish fulfilled, permission slips, and releasing resistance because they're all about the same thing. So, a permission slip, now this is a Bashar term, and I've talked about it in some other videos. I include it in my quantum jumping course because it's been very potent to use as a tool in manifestation and quantum jumping. So anything that you use to make you feel better is a permission slip. It's you using something to give yourself permission to feel good, to feel better, to move from one state of being to another. So let's talk about those and why they're important. You'll often hear people in the spiritual community say alcohol is bad. People, you shouldn't drink, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Well, to the person who has a lower state of consciousness or a low state of being, right? And I talk about this in a couple of my videos. I have a scale that I use, right? If you're in the lower states, then using alcohol actually raises your vibration. Depending on where you fall on that scale, alcohol is used by people to let go of that feeling of depression, of anxiety, of, having all of these problems, all of this stuff, the weight of the world on their shoulders, just so that they can get some relief. It's the same thing with drugs. Why do you think people are using drugs? People are using drugs because they want to let go of what they're carrying and move into a higher state of being. So permission slips, I'm going to talk about some of them too. This is not an all-inclusive list either. These are just some of like the bigger ones that I could think of. But you could people use all kinds of permission slips just to feel good. But I definitely used alcohol in the past to give myself permission to feel better, okay? Just to let go of all this stuff that I was carrying around. Just let it go for 5 minutes or an hour or an evening. I'm not saying that it's okay for somebody to go out and do drugs because they're just trying to feel better. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that that's usually the motivation when we're using things like this. So what did I do? I saw that in my toolbox, anytime I was stressed out, anytime I was having a problem, anytime I couldn't cope with the situation, because I wasn't taught how to cope with problems, that I would the first thing that I would take out of my toolbox was alcohol. So over time, I began to see, okay, this is becoming an issue. This is a problem. What are some healthy ways to cope with this? I picked up meditation. So meditation for me was something that absolutely, completely changed my life. And I have it here listed as a permission slip because when I finally stopped resisting meditation, that was an entire process for me. I somehow in my life picked up the belief that if I'm not constantly thinking about my problems, I'm not a good person. Like if I'm not constantly stressed out and thinking about how am I going to feed my kids? How am I going to send them to college? How am I going to do this? How am I going to buy them shoes? I had this belief that I was a bad parent if I wasn't continuously worried about my kids, if I wasn't continuously focused on all of the problems and I need to solve all of them. So when I was learning how to meditate, I had to learn how to stop obsessing about the fact that no, I'm not supposed to stop thinking. With meditation, when I learned how to meditate, I kind of got addicted to it at first. I'm not going to say kind of. I was definitely addicted to meditation. It was like, holy cow, this is not a drug, it's not alcohol, and it's something that I could just literally just do just like this. I could just sit down, sit in a corner, or lay down and get into a meditative state and literally let go of all of my stuff, let go of all these bricks that I was carrying around on my back, all these things that I thought I was supposed to worry about and stress about. I could just let that all go. And I could float off and feel good. I mean, I became addicted to meditation. But meditation, again, is a permission slip. It gave me permission to let go of the crap that I'm carrying around and just feel good in this moment. And we resist that. We resist that. We resist feeling good. We resist feeling healthy. We resist being in the state of being that we desire. We resist feeling as if my wish is fulfilled, right? So permission slips, you can use, if you're aware of this, you can use permission slips in a lot of different ways. Now, I've listed some out here. Affirmations. Affirmations are a permission slip for you to feel good about yourself. It's, you know what? I'm going to stop beating the crap out of myself. I'm going to stop talking negative to myself. Every time I look in the mirror, I'm going to stop saying like, oh my God, you're so stupid. Or look at all the weight you gained. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to start telling myself I'm amazing. It's a permission slip. You're giving yourself permission to feel good about yourself. It's all affirmations are. You're giving yourself permission to get into the state of being for the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the thing that you desire. The affirmations are only helping you decrease the resistance that you have and giving yourself permission to feel good. Okay, so yoga, exercise, sats, again, another tool or technique that you can use to give yourself permission to feel the wish fulfilled. Journaling, I'm a big journaler, I'm a big writer. I have up here psychedelics. So psychedelics, I'll probably just do in the future. I'll probably just do a separate video just on psychedelics, the permission slips, and what they do for us. I know there's a lot of resistance to psychedelics. I don't know why, but and I had a one-on-one session with Bashar, and I asked him this question. I said, listen, with the psychedelics, like, I feel like it opens up your brain. And I said, are they permission slips? He said, yeah, they're permission slips. I said, I feel like it opens up a pathway. It opened up a pathway in my brain. And now I no longer need a psychedelic. I don't need, and I've talked about this on my channel. I've done ayahuasca, 5-MeO. I've done all different types of things. I said, I no longer feel like I need to actually do the psychedelic. All I have to do is set the intention. Like today is Saturday when I'm recording this. I could write on my calendar, oh, Friday afternoon, I'm going to do some psychedelics. And my intention, like what it is that, like why I want to do the psychedelics. Okay, so I want to release this. I want to dive further into time and space, and I'll just write down my intentions. And so beautifully, by the time Friday comes and I look at my calendar, I've already achieved whatever it was that I set out to do, those intentions that I set out to do with the psychedelics. I can also get into those states of being now. Look, when you're in psychedelics, you can get into very high states of consciousness. And now, just in meditation, I can quickly just go there. So psychedelics are, again, a permission slip. It opens up a neural pathway so that you can tap into those higher states of being. Marijuana is the same exact thing. You don't actually need to do marijuana every day. You could literally, it opens up these pathways, and then once you experience them, you can keep recreating them with your imagination. I have alcohol here. Huge permission slip for people. And just think about that. How many people go out after work? They go to happy hour? Happy hour. Why do you think it's called happy hour? They're going out. They just worked all day long. They had the crap kicked out of them by clients. Their boss was yelling and screaming. They're all stressed out. They go out to just be happy. Like, give me an hour in my day where I can just go and let go of all this crap and be happy. Medication. So medication is also a huge permission slip. I'm not going to get into too much of this, but if you look into the studies that they do on placebo effect, nocebo effect, just go and look at some of those studies. It's pretty remarkable for many of us. Just taking a pill, it gives us permission to let go of that disease or let that specific physical problem go. Okay, I'm going to leave that right there. Breath work. So breath work is also, you can generate DMT with breath work. So if you're doing it correctly and you're going really deep, you can generate DMT. Now, regular breath work, if you're just doing breath work, it gives you permission to just let go of stuff, to just breathe, to one, focus on your breath and stop focusing on your problems. Permission slip. Diet, another permission slip. If you want to lose weight, things like diet, things like exercise are permission slips. They're permission slips. I have tarot and astrology. These are also big permission slips. If you, let's say you have this personality trait and maybe it's not perceived as something acceptable. You go over and you look at the personality trait of, your chart, your sun, your moon, your rising, all those things. And you see that it's a personality trait. You're like, oh, I was born that way. I ain't changing. That's just how I was made. I can give a lot of different examples. Tarot, and I just did a video why I stopped doing tarot, because I feel like people use tarot as a permission slip too much, or they're not using it enough. So for instance, if you want something in your life, if you're desiring something in your life, and then you go over and you look at a tarot reading, that may not have anything at all to do with you, but because you have fears, because you have resistance, you attach the outcome of that reading and you take it on as if it's your own. And now you were on a path, you were good, but the reader said that the guy was a douchebag and you shouldn't be with him. So now you just messed up the reality that you were going to. Or you get the reader that says, oh, the love of your life is coming in, blah, 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 blah. And then finally, you, as a permission slip, you let all of your stuff go and you're like, okay, the guy can come in. And then he comes in because you use that as a permission slip. Hope that makes sense. Some of the others, I have action, taking action. Guys, this, I love this. I love this. It's mind blowing. Actions are permission slips on your bridge of incidents. So you're over here, you want to manifest this. This is the thing that you want. And I have college degrees there too. So I'll combine that. I'll combine that example. So let's say you're in high school and you want to be a surgeon. And you say, oh my God, if I want to be a surgeon, I need to go through all these years of college. Then I need to go here. Then I need to go there. And then I have to do a residency. And so 20 years in the making. And it's going to cost me $750,000 by the time I'm done. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Your human brain, it's always trying to protect you, okay? Your ego, it's always trying to protect you. Your human brain, though, can't possibly conceive that timeline, you could literally wake up and be in a parallel reality where you are already the surgeon. But your human brain, my human brain too, our human brains weigh us down so much. Our human brain is saying, no, that's not possible. I got to go through a million years of school. Then I got to pay my dues. Then I got to do this. Then it's going to cost you. You could, it's very possible for you to today be in high school and tomorrow wake up and be a world famous surgeon. But you, me, all of us, our human brains say that's impossible. We have resistance to that. So actions and college degrees help us reduce resistance. Well, society says we have to do this, so this is what we have to do. And it's going to be hard. It's going to cost a lot of money. But now you're making it so much harder on yourself. You could literally wake up in a parallel reality and be a completely different person today or tomorrow from who you are today. But you have resistance. You don't believe it's possible. You could literally be piss poor today and wake up tomorrow a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. But our human brains can't conceive that that's that easy. Hi guys, I just wanted to share some exciting news. I just released my quantum jumping course. Go on over to my website and check it out. I have a special offer for a limited time that you're definitely going to want to take advantage of. This course is not only to show you how you can manifest the cars, the houses, the money, and the lovers. It's about becoming the person who lives their life to the fullest and who has access to all the abundance the universe has to offer. It's about who you become in the process, your truest and most authentic self. Go over to www.yourdivineessence.com for more info. Hey, hit that like button down below if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel for more content. Hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. So, actions. The things that you would do in order to have the thing, right? We have this logical sense. In order for me to be a millionaire, aside from winning the lottery, I need to take these specific actions. I need to take money. I need to invest. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to learn this. I need to learn that. I need to create a business. Most millionaires who aren't born with it and don't win in the lottery, the way that they got there is, for most of them, they became an entrepreneur. They started their own business. You're not going to become a millionaire for the most part. Most people are not going to become a millionaire working your 9-to-5 job, working for somebody else. So it's hard for our human brains to conceive that I could just wake up and be the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, or I could just wake up tomorrow and just have $1 million in my bank. It's hard for me to conceptualize that, remember it, or believe it. So actions are permission slips for us to feel that we earned it, that we paid our dues, that we did physical actions in order to achieve this thing. You literally could wake up tomorrow with $1 million in your bank account. Our refusal to believe that that's possible is why we're waking up in the morning and we don't have $1 million in our bank account. That's it. That's it. If you went and highly recommend Think and Grow Rich, but if you went and interviewed like all of the top millionaires today, I guarantee you they're going to tell you, I thought it was harder. I made it harder on myself. I thought that I needed to do all of these things. I really didn't. I really didn't need to do all these things. If I had just honed in on like these 5 things, it would have happened a lot sooner. or when I look back, I don't know why I made it so difficult. I guarantee you, because I listen to millionaires, guarantee you that you'll hear that. It's a lot easier than you think. It's not as complicated. You could literally wake up tomorrow with $1 million in your bank account. But our refusal, including myself, my refusal to believe that that's possible is why I'm not waking up, or I didn't wake up today, with $1 million in my bank account. Okay, some of the other things that I have on my list here is sage, clearing your energy. So sage, like burning sage, it helps us believe that we're clearing the energy. It's not actually clearing the energy, okay? Chanting, tapping, EMDR, 5x5 and crystals. So crystals, and Bashar talks about crystals too. Now, crystals can have power, but it's really the belief that you give to the crystal. It's really the belief that you give to the tarot card or the astrology. It's really the belief and the power that you give it, how it shows up for you. And then I wrote the 5x5. You know how some of the manifestation coaches, they tell you to write out, like, I don't know. I know it's called a 5x5. Like you write out your manifestation 5 times across, maybe 5 down. Whatever that is, the 5x5. I just threw it in there. That again is a permission slip. Okay, so what are some things that you use here? I have exercise, I have yoga. Yoga is the permission slip for you to be in tune with your body, to feel your body. Like when I do yoga, I'm always blown away about how much attention I'm paying to my toes, my heels, my back, my stance. Like it's so cool how laser focused I am on my body. And again, I'm giving myself relief from thinking about all this other stuff. Like sometimes if I'm in meditation, I do like go off on a little journey. Like, oh, you know what? I got to wrap this up because I need to do this. I need to do that. I got to run to the store. I got to do all these things. Yoga, I don't have time to do that. I am forced to stay focused in the moment and pay attention to my body right then and there. Permission slip. So, what are some of the permission slips that you're using? Are there some that are better? Are there some that you could start using? Now, you could literally, right? It's called a permission slip for a reason. You could literally write out a permission slip in your journal. I give myself permission to just chill out this weekend. I give myself permission to like let go of all this stuff that I'm carrying around. You could literally write out a permission slip for yourself. So think about that too. But in order for you to feel good or to get into the state of being or the feeling of the wish fulfilled, what are some permission slips that you could use? And maybe some things that you could let go of. Maybe there are better permission slips that you can use. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Good luck.